What up? What up? It's your boy Chaotic One, and I am back, baby. I'm back with another one. Tonight is going to be a little different. I'm gonna do a reaction, but it's gonna be a little different because I'm gonna tie two things into one. I have a series called Chaotic One Celebrity Stories where I tell stories about encounters that I've had with celebs along the way. I know it's not a big deal now, but back when I was pursuing music, it was a super big deal. But I tell stories, and this will be my second story that I've told, but I'm going to be reacting to a video because the person in the story that I'm going to tell has to do with the video I'm going to react to. So let's get into it. But before we do that, if you like the channel, you like what you're hearing, anything like that, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you will be alerted to all the videos that we got dropping. You feel me? Now let's get into it. So my celebrity story starts off like this. I'm in Atlanta. It's about maybe between 03 and 05, somewhere early 05, something like that, somewhere around there. But I know it wasn't further back into, well, this incident wasn't further back into 06 because of the situation, but let's get into it. So yeah, I'm in Atlanta, as I said. You know, I'm pursuing music about 04, trying to really get in the door and doing my thing. So me and my big cuz, we would scour the city everywhere that we could be at, that we thought a producer, a manager, a celeb, or whatever was at, we would always be at them. And we did it like every Saturday and Sunday. So this particular Saturday, we hanging out, and I got the CFO of Platinum Boy, Zilla. He's hanging out with us as well. So we decide, we had been mobbing the whole day, all out, you know, doing different things. So to top the night off, we was like, we're going to go to Visions, which was a popular nightclub in Atlanta at this time. And when I tell you Visions, man, it held probably about 2,000 people. This particular night, it was wall-to-wall packed. You feel what I'm saying? It was lit, as they say now, wall-to-wall packed, you know. So we top the night off. We go to Visions. We get in. We're starting to have good recognition around town, so we was able to get in VIP. So now we're in VIP. We hanging out, had a beautiful day. We enjoying the night. And it was a party for I want to say Jeezy. When Jeezy first came out, this is when he first started popping off with Boys in the Hood, his solo career. Gucci was popping. If I remember correctly, So Icy was on the radio. Man, it was going crazy at this time. So this might have been like maybe an album release party or something that we was at. I remember Jeezy being in the building, Plies being in the building, Bun B, like everybody that was somebody pretty much major was in the building. So me and Zilla and my cuz, we hanging out, and we in the VIP area, and at the same time, we walking all over the club and just hanging. But in this particular moment, we in the VIP, we having some drinks and everything and having fun and, you know, doing what we do best. And then out of nowhere comes, like, we see like 50 or 60 people mobbing through the club. They got in the club, coming through the club, and they coming towards the VIP area that we're in. And man, I'm talking about, it's like, it's a lot of them. It's enough of them that you would be like, yo, who the fuck is this? You know, who the fuck is this? Like, so that, now as they coming up, it's kind of dark. So it almost looked like a scene out of a movie almost. But everybody that literally, probably everybody that was in this entourage had about 4 or 5 platinum chains on with the ice, because when it's dark, it glows, it lights, you could tell. So you could tell the difference between the fake shit and the real shit. So they was iced out coming along. And when they get over to our VIP section, they just happen to come to our VIP section, and guess who it is? Big Meech. Yeah, Big Meech, the whole BMF clique. Jeezy, everybody, all in the VIP area. And the crazy part is, man, we was always into something. I promise you, we was always behind the scenes of something or doing some of the craziest stuff. That's why I got so many stories, period, that I'm gonna be telling. But yeah, I got to meet Big Meech. You know, I got to hang out with him. He bought the bar out, so drinks was free for everybody that night at the club. And man, it was beautiful. But man, he was one of the coolest dudes ever. Like humble, talked to me just like he was a regular person. Got to chop it up. I didn't get a picture with him, but I did get to hang out and experience hanging with Jeezy and who else? I think it was Jeezy and them in our section with BMF them. So yeah, yeah. So I wanted to tell that story briefly. I mean, I could go a little bit more into detail, but I'm not. I want to go ahead and react to this video, which is about Blue Da Vinci. Now, there's some allegations going around about Big Meech right now. He might be some type of informant or something. And the allegations, from what I understand, is coming from Blue Da Vinci, and he's in an interview, and he's on the phone with a guy that's in the feds, and I think his name is like Cuffy or something to that effect. Like that. But shout out to Cam for the footage. So we're gonna react to it. Y'all ready to do this? Let's get into it.
Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the...
First of all, I have to ask, what is Blue Da Vinci's motive behind this? Like, why is there a need to exploit or expose Meech for this? If I remember correctly, Meech had clearly put you on and funded your rap career and everything. So what's the motivation behind this? But let's go ahead.
Interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, my nigga, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
So he's saying that he's in there for 27 years based on Big Meech and Tammy Flannery or something like that.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was called a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
So what he did, I have to reiterate what he's saying just to make sure, because these are some tough allegations to put on somebody. So basically he said it's a third-party cooperation and that the lady became an informant to get time cut off of Big Meech's sentence. Now, off top, I would have to question, is that him snitching? Is that a form of him snitching? If y'all think so, let me know in the comment section down below. Give me your feedback and let's keep it positive. But yeah, let's continue.
Right. So
okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And you know, how'd you come upon this information?
how do you know? How do you came upon this information, though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is
A Franks hearing. I've never heard of that, but I ain't never been in the system like that either. So
that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
So basically in court, it was said that this lady became an informant to get time cut off of Big Meech's sentence. Is that still him snitching, though? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm a little shook on this one. You know, when I mean, I know who he is, and you know, some people gonna say, oh, he's selling poison, he sold poison to his community, whatever. But the dude was a cool dude when I met him. Like, he was a very, like, to be like a 300 million type dude, very humble, like he was broke. Like, so when you put allegations out there like this on people, you gotta be pretty, you know, we gotta know all the details and facts.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I think people would ask a question of this, though. This is what I got hit with a lot is, all right, then if he did it to get a time cut, then how come he still did all that time in jail?
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut because what came out was that she had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Handler. But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who wrote the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up, who's also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case as a DEA agent. And then he retired. He retired after he got them 60 years.
Yeah, he retired, and then her handler became a brother by the name of Keith Cromer, Special Agent Keith Cromer, who was also fired behind this particular case. So Meech never received the time cut because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's against the law to have a sexual relationship or any personal relationship with a government informant.
Somehow, some way, because I don't know how, she met Special Agent Jack Harvey. You could leave that up to question. How did Big Meech's personal assistant / the person that handles all this business / the person that owns BMF Entertainment to this day since 2008?
Special Agent Jack Harvey. She put up with Harvey.
So now she meets Special Agent Jack Harvey, and then she starts working for Special Agent Jack Harvey, but not for the Meech case. It was for a whole nother case first. It was for Terry White. But once that case went well, okay, and once that went past and Terry White got his 30 years, Special Agent Jack Harvey retired. But now she was ready to go do the case for Meech and help get Meech his time cut. So now when Meech came up, it was a new person that came on, and his name was what's his name again, big homie?
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer is the new special agent after Jack Harvey retired. Now he's her handler, and they engulfed in a personal relationship, sexual, however they called it in the court. And through that,
I'm still trying to figure out while listening, how does this tie Big Meech into snitching or being a alleged snitch? Her taking the position of a confidential informant to get his time cut. I mean, is it something that, did he go after certain people and tell on them to get his time cut? Like, I don't know. So he was trying to get his time cut. Allegedly, she had a sexual relationship with the guy, which was against the law, with the officer, which was against the law. And that's why he did still end up doing all the time that he did. That's what they saying. But how does that make, I'm still confused.
Relationship, it tainted the case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out.
Oh, okay. So he's saying he didn't get out because they had to throw it out because of the sexual relationship that she had with the officer.
So now you pose the question of why is my big homie Cuff still in jail? And go ahead, Cuff, you can let them know why, how that happened.
From that conspiracy, they indicted me on 2 murder charges. Subsequently, I pled guilty to 2 gun charges in exchange for them dropping the murder charges.
Now, how did they, hold on, let me ask this for you. Right quick. How did they get you on something that was totally different from the case that Meech and them had you in a wiretap for?
Out of a totally different, nothing to do with the drug conspiracy, but they falsely accused it as being a part of the drug conspiracy. And then they brought about the gun charges as using the gun charges in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
This call is from a federal prison.
Okay.
So basically, they used one thing to manipulate and maneuver another. I'm going to give my whole roundabout and my wrap up at the end of the video. But let's continue. And shout out to Cam Capone News for the footage, man.
Did they hit you with a superseding indictment or just?
They superseded me.
So they came out of that case that y'all was in court for and hit you with a whole brand new case that had nothing to do with that at all.
Didn't have nothing to do. Yeah, it still had something to do with that. They still let the drug conspiracy stand between Tammy Collins and myself.
Oh.
That she started. That's the only way that they can continue to have jurisdiction. They had to leave the drug. They had to leave the drug charges there.
Oh, see, I thought that they said, all right, well, this case is over, but we
pick up murder charges or gun charges unless it's tied to something. If it's not tied to anything, then the government don't have jurisdiction. So a carjacking has to be tied to something. To have a gun charge of using a 924C, as I have, or 924J.
G. Oh, J.
You feel me? Discharging a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime that results in death.
Right.
Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, the question of the day is, does that make Big Meech a snitch? And I'm going to have to give my roundabout and wrap up and say, right at this point, I don't know. That don't sound like snitching to me. It could be, he said it was a third-party agreement. I'm not really too familiar on that. I'm going to have to do a little homework on what that possibly is. But if it was a third-party agreement and he went after specific people and told her to go after, then I would see him playing more of a role to get out of prison. But if she took it up on herself to become an informant to do these things, maybe she had a hidden love for him or something. Who knows? I don't know. But who knows? I mean, you tell me. So, yeah, I just wanted to react to that because I think that's a big allegation that you're putting out there that somebody is a snitch. And then somebody of Big Meech, he still ended up doing the time anyway. So does it even matter at this point? Like, you know, laws change, things happen, and who's to say that that's really the determining factor for what happened? But this is your boy Kaotic One. This is the KMHP Keep My Hits Playing YouTube entertainment page. And feel free to leave that feedback in the comment section, but please be respectable to the community. And hit that subscribe button if you like the content. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Share this content, like this content so that it can go further and we can grow. I'm once again Kaotic One, and I'm up out of here. Peace.